about it. Audio level test.
Hey guys, welcome back.
It's no. This is just the test. We're just doing the levels.
Hey guys, welcome back.
Fuck.
ANIMUS.
ANIMUS.
Okay. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. The way in which we this will shock you, but we haven't necessarily been recording this at like 11 o'clock on Saturday night every night. We've it's been a little while since we did one of these.
Maybe.
Just meant that getting back into the swing of it, it's a bit rustier than expected. Like, we both knew that we didn't know what this segment was going to be, but what I didn't expect was the glances at each other like, are you ready? Yeah, no. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Hey guys, welcome back.
Welcome back. So,
Where have we been?
out and about, mostly.
Yeah.
Just, we're going to talk about the thing that just happened.
We're going to talk about that thing that just happened.
Yeah. So I got a text, and I feel like you need to do all of the, because you think we're talking about where we've been today, and I think I'm talking about the music that just played. That thing that just happened. Yeah.
Let's talk about the thing that just happened.
The thing that just happened, and then we'll talk about the thing that just happened.
Yeah.
Okay. So that song's pretty cool. This is the first bailout moment we've had. Like, nope, let's back it up. We can do this. We can save this. Thank you so much for sticking with us so far. That song.
So,
yeah.
That is the new intro for the show, which is awesome. And it was put together by our good friend Rob Newhouse, who we are very blessed to have as a fan of this show. And it's awesome. It's perfect. I think it captures everything we wanted. We wanted that 70s cop vibe, and we also wanted to feel like a feel-good anime, and here we are.
It's just so good. The thing is, I was not primed for this. I knew that John and Rob had a conversation, and that was it. And then John just drops me a text like, oh, hey bro, this exists now. Just phenomenal. Rob, if you're listening, mate, thank you.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. I fell in love with it instantly. So that's it from now on. I hope you guys like it too, because you're going to hear it over and over and over until you get sick of us, but not the intro. So you'll come back to listen to the intro and then bail out for us being awkward at the start of these episodes.
Yay!
Thank you so much, Rob. That is dope. There's been so many teeny tiny little quality of life improvements to the show that we get to talk about over the course of this episode, which would be really, really cool. But let's talk about the thing that actually just happened to us today, which is yesterday from your point of view, listening to it, assuming that you're listening to it on Sunday because you're mega keen. But if you're listening to it in the week or months later, then we still love you too. You're just not one of the mega keen people, so that doesn't apply to you. And that's okay. You just need to become part of the Sunday squad. That's we're ready for this. We're ready to be proper podcasters.
Today, we just got back from a nice comic book convention.
And you know what it was? It really was. It was really nice.
It was awesome. As we mentioned on last week's episode, it was put together and made by the good folks over at Close Encounters, which, if you live in Bedford, Peterborough, and I think Cambridge, someone correct me on that. No, Northampton, that's the one. You will probably know them. Awesome comic book shop run by awesome people. We've got some good friends that work there and then help out, and we know what's happened this year, and definitely better than expected. It was, and we expected it to be good, but it was bad.
Yeah, it was really cool. I think it was one of those things as well where, when it comes to conventions, you don't know what the crowd's going to be like, because you can have amazing panelists, you can have amazing people who have got booths set up, but if the audience and if the punters themselves are sort of spatially unaware, and if it's the case that everyone's loud and obnoxious and stuff like that, it can make or break the experience. Not just it's all about that synergy between between crowd and event, and everyone was great. That was the cool thing, was everyone we spoke to at any of their actual booths were really, really cool and were really, really into the whole experience, and all the other people around, everyone was super receptive. So it was just nice. It was just really nice.
Nailed it, didn't they, with the brand?
Yeah. I feel like they knew it was like super.
No one's allowed
nice.
to be a dick because we call it the nice convention.
Yeah, so if somebody turns up and is a dick, no.
You can't come in.
Yeah. Why would you come to a nice convention if you're not nice? Come on. No, it was really cool. Really cool. There was a few people that we spent some time chatting to. And I think we go into that next. I think we talk about some comic books. So John just went and got a jumper because that was the coldest cold open that we've had. That was frosty. Yeah. I like that. So we got bags with us, and that's what this these Foley effects are for.
It's actually us as well. That's not like a sample.
Yeah, this is real. This is how real this podcast is. That's. Yep, as real as it gets. So I'm like, what I was going to do was pull out the stuff that we bought, but I just opened up the goodie bag from the convention and I was like, oh, look at all the shiny things. So I want to start with some of the shiny things. What'd you get?
I mean,
yeah, we've got some.
We got the same freebies, but we didn't get the same. You go through your freebies,
Both freebies,
which if there's fucking loads of. Thank you so much.
Wow, mate.
Shout out to Close Encounters for the ridiculous bundle.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the same every year, but if you are thinking of going to the NICE convention, either I don't know if it will work for tomorrow, but you can try it, or in years to come, then if you pre-order, goodies. So many goodies.
Such goodies.
And we got some savage Avengers. Yeah, so I'm looking at Savage Avengers issue 1, which has got my boy Venom, and it's got Punisher, and it's got Wolverine, and it's got loads of people. We also got.
Did you just reel off your 3 favourite?
No, let's not make a big. I'm wearing an Avengers. I'm wearing a Punisher snapback right now. I mean, he basically is the Avengers. Who needs the rest of them? Am I right? We got a Thor, God of Thunder, Reborn. Mr. Ivar, Time Walker, Harbinger, Unity, which has so many wonderful reviews on it. Oh, and Faith looks really wholesome. It's just a lady with a laptop and some birds. That's nice.
That's wholesome.
That's really nice. Not really going to make much sense in a podcast format because it's just me saying that it's nice, but really nice.
Describe it. It's
really nice.
I fell on the floor.
Oh, bye, Faith. Yeah. Just loads and loads of freebies. And the first not freebie that I've just come across is Garvey's work. Mr. Garvey. Is it Matt Garvey? Matt Garvey. We ended up talking to Matt today just for a little bit about his work and some collabs that he's done. Just a super nice dude. So, did you get a piece? I get a piece?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So, I got Untitled Generic Space Comedy #1, which might be, first of all, the best title for anything ever, but also just has the dopest cover. And I wish you guys could see, but you can't, so you have to buy your own.
We need to have some kind of like online social media presence for the visual part of the audio podcast, I think. And I've got Chunks, which is just some punk rock dude smashing his guitar. Well, not actually smashing, just holding his guitar. In my mind, I've completed the motion, and he's smashing it. Because he is smashing it. Matt Garvey, super nice guy. We're just sort of talking about his passion for not just the art itself, but actually the amount that he enjoys these conventions and going to them and being a part of them. And he was just really nice.
Yeah, he was having a really good time as well, which is really cool to see.
Right, I'm gonna move over to the gentleman we spoke to the most. Which was Samuel George London.
Yes. So I had nothing to follow that. That's his full name.
Yeah,
There you
that is his name. Who honestly did ya? He proper did ya.
Absolutely,
He
yeah.
saw you come in. Give him a rundown of your initial interaction with Mr. London.
So, if you're listening to this, Sam, you are the king of marketing. You're amazing. So we walked past his table, and it had a little sign up that basically said if you could flip a beer mat and catch it, you've got the beer mat for free. And of course, like the champion I am, I didn't, but I did.
Superhero skills, cheated completely.
Yeah, absolutely landed on the table. I picked it up anyway. He was nice, again, convention name, and he gave me the beer mat. And the beer mat is from the pub, which is in his story. What a sell!
Whoa!
So good.
So yeah, after John was like magical with his fingers. Wait till I was taking a sip for that one. Caught a beer mat, and this guy was like, "Oh my god, you have superhuman reflexes. That's amazing. Want to buy my comic?" It looked really cool. Like we picked it up. It was basically saying like, "Here's a copy. You can flick through it." And straight away, like I got like specifically from the visuals done by Michael Hankinen.
Hankonen, yeah.
Michael Hankinen. I got like sort of Full Metal Alchemist vibes. So I was bought in. Like he was doing his sales pitch really well, and I was already there. Like, this is great. I'm gonna buy some of this. But yeah, he just got chatting and about the fact that the whole premise is, I want to say Victorian era. Did he say Victorian? I'm pretty sure he said Victorian. Yeah. And aliens show up. And that was the hard sell. Like, so it was a while ago, and then space stuff, and I'm like, how much of my money do you want? That's the important question. And then he went on to say that there was 2 issues there. You got posters and everything else. I was like, cool, my money. Let's handle you taking it off me. And then he was saying as well that there is a Kickstarter for the 3rd and final part of this trilogy. So, if you get a chance, Milford Green, the prettiest village in the British Empire, 1897. Take a peek. It looks gorgeous, and once we've actually had a read through, I think we'll do like a little book review.
Yeah, book club.
Book club. That'd be amazing. Just really cool. Just like a really nice dude. Samuel, my G London. Yeah. And we swapped business cards. It was like, I've got me a podcast, and we were like, mate, everyone's got a fucking podcast here. Have our business card, because also we have a podcast and business cards now.
Yeah,
we are the proud owner of business cards. We're going in on this.
Oh.
This is real now.
Yeah, and the second issue of the series Beyond Milford Green had 2 covers. So guess who had to choose? I chose first, just because I'm taller.
Yeah. It was like Sophie's Choice, except like everyone gets to live, and we got a different cover. But besides that, it's basically the same thing. Yeah. And his name's John, but that's like it's not basically the same.
Basically the same.
Yeah.
But absolute bundle city. We got posters for both books. We got some cards. Bust it all out.
Yeah, you
Oh
can
man,
have
we
it.
got like prints. So good.
Like that big time hookup. Again, apologies, because I know this sounds like a very visual thing that we're describing, but just trust us. There's like,
got a goddamn bookmark.
Bookmarks. I haven't read in my adult life, but I got bookmarks now, so I might try it.
I like that one.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah, no, it was awesome. If you guys get a chance, even if you're not into comic books, you should go to this, because you get to support a dope, really, really sweet kind of little community. I say little, it was absolutely packed.
Yeah, it was fucking rammer. I wish our gigs looked like that.
Yeah.
Like it was in the Corn Exchange in Bedford, which was quite a big hall, and it was spread across both that and a different room in a different building, because it was big enough. But we've played in that room, and it looks like a big space when it's empty, but when it's full, it's like really, really enclosed. Yeah, it's just so cool to see so many people turn out. And what I was really surprised, I thought I knew like all the local nerds, and the only local nerd I saw was you, man.
Thanks, man. Despite the fact that I was absolutely outnumbered by people who did know their comic book history.
Yeah. I was well and truly at home, and you were there just like, oh, I go to the gym. Only gyms I go to give me badges, John.
Shut up, man. We've been through this. I kick ass at Pokemon Go.
Yep. How are you doing, by the way? Are you leveling well? Is it
I'm level 30, bro.
level 30? Fuck, level 30. I mean, obviously, I knew you were good at this game. I was, yeah.
Fuck you. Actually, yeah, level 30.
Yeah, that's some decent progress, mate. That's not bad. Not bad. Welcome to the.
I'm trying not to be insulting because it sort of doesn't matter, but also fuck you. Don't be rude.
No, it's really happy for you.
Oh,
That's nice. And isn't that nice, everyone?
Yeah.
Add 5-star review on iTunes if you think that's nice. Is it no? It's the podcast app. What are you
saying?
As a so obviously on YouTube, you're like, comment, subscribe.
Oh yeah.
And on Instagram, you're like, hey, I'll get my baps out if I get enough followers. That's the one. What is it on podcasts? What engagement stuff?
Leave a review.
Leave a review.
So yeah, if you guys like this, and some of you have been very, very sweet and reached out to us and let us know that we're actually doing all right.
We're doing okay. Well, I love the fact that we're asking for reviews on this one, which is the one that has started the most sketchy.
Yeah, The one with the least success so far.
Yeah. But yeah, no, you should specifically review this episode.
Yeah.
Yes, please leave the reviews. If you thought it was great, then obviously just give it the highest number of stars. But if you thought it was just average, then just 5 stars will be. Yep. That is a reasonable amount of stars.
So obviously, not all of you will have gone to that convention. And not all of you will have been interested in that convention.
What?
So we'll come back to it in a bit, and we won't bore you to death with
What?
our great. Like we had a great.
I had a
time.
fucking wonderful time. Who's not enjoying it?
I don't know.
Who's out there that's taking away from my segment?
Call us.
We will be coming back to this probably in the next episode, just to keep things spicy, a little variety.
And there's loads to talk about.
And there is I feel like otherwise it will just be us for like 2 hours. Like, okay, and then we met. so let's keep this. Yeah, I'm sticking with spicy.
I like spicy.
Nice and spicy.
What have you been watching, mate? What have you been up to?
Anime. What have you been watching? Because as soon as I start, I'm going to be on it for a while. What have you been up to?
So I'm still watching Neon Genesis. Slowly, I'm up to episode 18.
Cool.
Don't kill me.
Is it rolling off for you?
A little bit. Like I think it's like 24, 25 episodes. So there's not a whole heap left to get through.
Yep.
But yeah, it's slowing down a little bit for me.
Okay.
I'm still invested, but I just haven't been like the first 10 episodes I watched in 2 days.
Yeah.
Whereas at the moment I'm kind of like an episode a day.
Okay.
What am I? It's good. I watched a really nice film the other day.
Yeah.
That was actually technically a rom-com, which is not me, surprisingly.
Was it the one with Chris Evans on the train?
No, fuck off. Oh my god. Okay, so
are we doing that?
Yeah, we're doing this. Fuck. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about my rom-com in a minute. We're gonna talk about this fucking Snowpiercer film. So weeks ago, I asked Mikey. Actually, I don't even think I asked for his opinion. I think he just gave it to me. Hey, bro.
Hello.
Yeah, always. Hey, bro, you should watch this great film with Chris Evans, not the radio presenter, but Captain America in it. And I was like, cool, dude. And then he told me about it, and I instantly said no. And then he was very pushy.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think what's not fair is me saying that it was a great film, because it was not. Okay. I said you have to watch this film. And you, listening to this now, also have to... It's on Netflix, Snowpiercer. You have to watch it. We're going to spoil the whole fucking thing, because it is the worst. But what brought you in was, while we were talking about it, you saw the words critically acclaimed.
Yeah, I did. It was it got stupid good reviews, and the cast was really good. So what more do you need for a great film, other than, a great film?
Yeah, no, that would make sense, but not what you were getting.
No.
So, broad premise, global
cold.
It's well cold. Global warming, it's got a bit warm. Let's shoot some, stuff into the sky to make it a bit colder. And then they're like, whoopsie, it's a lot colder. Everyone's dead. That's how cold it is. Except for the people that are on the train. So it's train to, is it What's the zombie train?
That's Train to Train to Busan is a South Korean horror film that is not in any way related.
It's
to
exactly that, except with snow instead of zombies. It's the same film.
Yeah, that's actually completely accurate. So Snowpiercer is, global warming, Earth's heating up. Humans, in their infinite wisdom, are like, how do we get colder? They block out the sun, I believe.
That's probably the Matrix.
That's the Matrix, yeah. And then it's too cold, and then it's just snow everywhere, and everyone freezes to death. Apart from the people, they're on this magic train,
And they're like, it's just right.
yeah, it's just right in there. And at the front of the train, you got all the rich, wealthy people, and at the back of the train, you got all the poor people. And
So that in itself could be like a really interesting dialogue about like classism and the way that the world works now, and the fact that some people have a lot, a very small percent of people have a lot, and other people we're all in the mud together, and it's the case that's all very difficult at the back of the train. That could be really nuanced.
it could be.
It's not.
It's not. No, it's not. There's it was a great storyline ruined by a bad film, and I don't know what part of it people thought was great. I don't.
Yeah, I think if it's the case that the
Also,
reviews
they picked Chris Evans to be a starving man. You ever seen Captain America?
I'd be even swoller otherwise. But it really was. It was so fucking bad. But I think if somebody read the blurb of it, and again talking about how people are divided by wealth, and how again it's the circumstances of your birth versus sort of things that people have done could change their social standing, etc., etc. A lot could happen there, but it's just, if you're at the back of the train, then like, how deep into spoilers can we go?
Let's not spoil it too hard, because I actually would love to know what people think of it.
So the bit that I'm thinking of spoiling, you will know when you get to it. It's right by the end of the film. It is like, it's very clearly supposed to be the most emotionally powerful line of dialogue in the whole film, delivered by Chris Evans. And based on the content of the line, you should be like, oh my god, I laughed, and I know I shouldn't laugh, but it's one of those like horrified laughs where you're like,
It's so bad you can't help but giggle, and it's the most inappropriate thing to laugh at.
Yeah, for sure. The single most inappropriate thing to laugh at.
So, if it happened in real life and you read it in a newspaper, you would be horrified.
Yeah.
But because because it's in this fucking ridiculous film, you can't help but just. Sorry.
I'm really sorry. It is going to cost you a couple of hours of your life, but you need to understand what we're talking about, because it is a train wreck. John, it's a train wreck. Yeah. You need to do it to yourself in the same way that John had to do it to himself.
Yeah.
Is that what we're?
I was forced to do it.
Yeah, it is. Is a film worth watching because it's terrible.
Yeah. Like, there are bad films that are enjoyable.
Yeah. See, I run this in parallel. I think we've had this conversation with my least favourite film of all time, and it's we're only on episode 4, and we're going to talk about my least favourite film of all time. We'll give it more time later, but my least favourite film is The Fucking Knowing. I hate that film.
I've never seen it. It's a Nick Cage.
It is Nick Cage. Well, no, here's the problem, right?
No, I'm shrugging because it's Nick Cage, so it can't be a bad film.
Well, no, this is it though. 90% of that film is so good, and if you watch the trailer, you'll be like, this looks super interesting, and it spends 90% of the film building up to this massive payoff moment. You're just like edging, and then you're like, okay, let's go, and it's just, the ending is the worst thing in the world. And if you haven't seen it, again, no spoilers. This is one of those things where I want to spoil it so that you don't have to watch it, because it is the fucking worst. It's getting real. It's getting like a lot of, vitriol.
If anyone's ever seen Hereditary as well, sorry, I'm not going to spoil the story, but same thing. Best film I'd ever watched until the last 5 minutes, and I was like, well, fucked it.
Yeah.
You know when you're watching a film and you sort of feel like it got to the end of the script, and then the writer just disappeared on holiday, forgot he had to finish it, and they handed it to the T-boy, and he was like, I just write it with my left hand and hope someone figures it out.
Yeah, it's the Fly episode.
The Fly episode is fucking good.
It's not. That episode exists as a protest. You can't enjoy it.
You can, because it's good.
It's not good.
But it is.
It's very deliberately, like, again, backstory, at that time there was the writer's strike, and it was the case that, you know, writers are striking. That's how you get content that is not real content. Let the world know that we didn't even dial this one in. This is the case. It's like, okay, there's a fly. Okay, what happened? The fly happens for how long? 50 minutes. 50 minutes of a fly.
So if anyone doesn't know...
Talk about Breaking Bad.
Yeah, Breaking Bad, there's an episode, whilst it was being kind of written, put together, there was a writer's strike, and there's a fly, and they get annoyed with the fly, and it's like a full-length episode. But it's still cinematically brilliant.
Oh yeah, it looks great.
No, just as an episode, it's just great.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
This is the kind of quality dialogue that I really want to start pushing. It's just sort of like the ability to debate and express our feelings. Just no.
Yes.
I don't think there's anything else that we're polar opposites on as well in terms of like is there anything that I love? Like, you love Nickelback and I have taste, stuff like that. Is there any other bits? Like
sorry.
That?
I'm sorry that as of next week this will be a one-man show. That's fuck off. Nickelback are amazing. That's going to be an episode in itself anyway, because I'll just have people call in and then I'll just tell them they're wrong.
Yeah, I mean, you got to talk to someone about it. That's a
you.
callback joke.
What were we polar opposites on? The new Godzilla film's garbage.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, I think as well.
I got called out for that by like a bunch of people. Like, I put that on Instagram, loads of people were like, what's wrong with you? Nothing. That's why I hated it.
Yeah, like I think there's an expectation that I'm going to be like super into kaiju films and stuff. And I know Jimmy's super into kaiju films. And I do enjoy the premise, but I'm a giant robot guy, so I'm always going to be on that side of the fence. So
Mecha Godzilla, bro.
Yeah, well, this is it. Like, amazing. But I'm going to always be rooting for the giant robots. So yeah.
I think that's it. I don't think there's...
We'll find something for sure. Yeah. We'll come back to this moment and be like, hey, remember when we agreed on stuff? Yeah. That's in the past. I have derailed you so far. There's another train joke. Derailed, yeah, from your romance film. Let's talk about it.
There we go. So I watched a film the other night called Juliet Naked. It's not one of those films, don't worry.
I'm sure I've seen it.
Oh god. And it was kind of pitched as a rom-com, but I read through like the blurb, as it were, the kind of storyline, and it looked really good. And it featured Ethan Hawke.
Okay.
Chris O'Dowd, which is the Irish guy from the It Crowd. Sorry.
The guy who was in the Marvel film.
Chris O'Dowd was in the Marvel film?
Was he not in Thor: The Dark World? Not that anyone's seen Thor: The Dark World.
No, I don't know. Was he?
I think so.
I'm not gonna.
We'll have to check it. We have to talk about fact checking at some point. I don't think we can even fit that into this episode.
No, probably not.
So if somebody out there can check, let me know if Chris O'Dowd was in Thor: The Dark World. That'd be cool.
And yeah, basically, again, no spoilers, but it's about a couple, and they've been together for like 15 odd years. And the guy, Chris O'Dowd, is obsessed with this kind of 90s rock star, this sort of underground singer-songwriter that had this really cult following. And then one day, for no reason, he just walked off stage during a show and vanished. No one ever heard from him again. Mm-hmm. And he's part of this kind of niche little community that's just obsessed with this dude, like hardline posters on the wall. They've got copies of demos that no one knows existed. And one day he gets this copy of a stripped back version of like his favourite album by this guy through the post anonymously, and his girlfriend opens it and listens to it before him, and they have a big bust up. And then the next day he's like, why are you being like this? And she's like, what is the obsession? And as a kind of little bit of banter, she writes a review on this forum that this guy owns, like a bad review of it.
Right.
And he's like, what's wrong with you? I can't believe you've done this. And
so my brain just went, I can't believe you've done this.
I know, see, captivated.
Yeah.
And so the guy, what's his name? Ethan Hawke's character, Tucker Crow. There we go. Is the name of the rock star.
Tucker Crow.
Tucker Crow. Right?
If Ethan Hawke isn't enough, Tucker Crow. All right.
I need a white man's name and a bird.
Let's go.
Yeah. He sees it and he emails her, kind of like saying, appreciate the feedback. Like, those guys on that forum are kind of weird. It's nice to hear someone's honest opinion.
Yeah.
And they kind of hit it off, and the film goes from there. And she ends up kind of almost falling for her boyfriend's idol. Almost like she can't stand it. Yeah, right.
Oh.
And it's awesome, and it's actually like a really, really interesting look at kind of fandom and how I think it's a bit of a dig at kind of middle-aged men that are violently obsessed with things.
Nickelback.
What the hell, man?
Sorry. Yep.
Fuck you. No. Yeah, it was a really, really good film, and it wasn't. Even though it kind of had some romance in it, it wasn't really a rom-com, and it was actually kind of deep and a little bit gritty.
Yeah.
So yeah, watch it. It's on, I want to say Now TV. I'm posh. I don't just have Netflix.
Like, what the fuck is a Now TV? Is that the thing they keep going like 1 month free? You can have 1 month free. You bought a thing. You can have 1 month free. Please pay us.
I think it's Sky, but Now TV is awesome.
All right. Yeah. I'll let you know if it turns up on Netflix, then you guys can actually watch it. Like. That's a layer of never meet your heroes that I've never thought that people had to worry about. Like just in case your girlfriend might fall in love with them, and that sounds. I think the problem is because I'm just picturing if Chris O'Dowd is even the guy who I think it is. Is he Roy from the IT Crowd? Yeah.
The Irish guy.
There could be more than one. I don't hear Irish. That's yeah. I'm leaving it. I was like, there's a joke here. I don't fancy it. I'm gonna leave that one where it is. But I'm just imagining him being like, please don't. Just no, Mr. Ethan Hawke, sir. Please don't take the love of my life.
Yeah, it's good. You guys should check it out. And I don't think I'm watching anything else particularly interesting at the moment. Still watching The Office US. Don't at me. I know that's a sin. I watched the UK one first, and yeah, it's better.
Cool.
What else? I think if you're English and you say that you like the Office US more, I think it's a capital punishment. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that's one of the main things like Brexit's about, is to make sure that we can just kick those people out into the water and stuff. That's
that's what that's about.
Yeah, and it's something we can joke about because it's fine. Everything is fine right now. Yeah.
I just started playing The Blair Witch, which was free on Xbox Game Pass. I guess if you pay for a subscription, then get the thing that you paid for. I guess.
Yeah,
it's
it's like when you flip a drinks coaster and then.
Yeah, well, you bought one as well. You bought two you bought exactly the same amount as me.
Yeah, but I'm an idiot. Now you're in my boat.
Fair enough.
I said it's really good. I'm sorry. It looks really, really great. I'm just.
Also, I got a drinks out of it. You didn't. Who's the dickhead here?
I just want to end the episode now. I feel like I'm learning.
I started playing The Blair Witch, and it is horrible. And I don't mean I don't enjoy it way. I just mean I'm not a good horror fan. I don't like being scared.
Yeah.
I watch rom-coms by choice.
Did you play Outlast?
I might have done. Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if you slept recently. That's all.
No. All three Outlasts, and also a game called Layers of Fear, which is one of the coolest, most unique games I've ever played in my life. All you do is move, basically. You can't fight, you can't defend yourself.
This just sounds like my life.
Yeah, but you move a lot.
Okay, no, it's different. Okay, yeah. Back on board.
Yeah, that's an awesome horror game as well. Anyway, yeah, Blair Witch. It's fucking like I'm not more than 30 minutes into it, and I'm already terrified, and nothing's happened yet. Yeah, it's good. Good.
I don't think of myself as somebody who is like. I feel like I'll jump at a jump scare. That's what they're designed to do. But I don't feel like these things would usually shit me up too much. But then I don't actively seek them out. Whereas every time we ever talk about a horror anything, you're like, man, I'm not built for this. Okay, so I bought a new one.
Yeah.
What is it that keeps dragging you back in?
My girlfriend.
Oh, okay, cool. Is she watching is she playing the game or is she watching you?
Watching me play the game.
Cool.
That sounds kind of abusive. Like playing the thing you hate. No. So I like horror games because every horror game I've played like has always been really gripping. But also I'll play it for like 10-minute chunks in the day with the lights on.
Yeah, because like I played Outlast for a bit, and for me it was one of those things where I'm more used to more actiony games, so I'm sort of there like, where's me gun? I felt very American for a very short space of time. Like, you know what would make this way better? It's just if we all had but not going political though. But like I didn't get a whole lot from it. I was sort of like, nope, this has shat me up a bit, but I'll pick it up when I pick it up. But I remember playing Resident Evil 4, and that was one of those games. Yeah, that's one of those games where it had to be like curtains closed, lights out, middle of the night, headphones on, volume all the way up, like, and just like a small bucket under my seat for when I needed it. That game, just the sound of a running chainsaw was the kind of thing that really would keep me up all night. And I think it was a mixture of the fact that it was an action game, but if you played it in the right scenario, then it really could fuck you up something mean. But then I remember exactly why I stopped playing, because there was a because I never made it into the game, because there was the guy who sold you the weapons, and you could I think trade some kind of coins to get special unlockables. What are you buying?
Yep.
What are you selling? Like we use that voice on a daily basis, like a decade or so later. But I got a new gun from him. I got some like medal, I think they were medallions. And then I was like, this is dope. This looks really good. Let me try it out. I wonder if I can shoot the guy. You can shoot the guy.
So maybe you can shoot a guy in real life.
Yeah, it's really weird that when you shoot the guy who sells you the things become much more sparse. It's almost like he was an important part of that transaction process. I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner. It's really, we're talking about this, and I'm thinking about Size podcast. So
yes.
There is First Aid Spray.
First Aid Spray, yeah.
And again, I don't want to make a big thing of it. Actually, we're going to talk about this more than once, because Sai gave me the opportunity to do like a teeny tiny bit of voice acting on that. And I've mentioned very, very briefly that voice acting is a thing that I'm aspiring towards. That will be a conversation topic of itself. But First Aid Spray is like a full Resident Evil podcast, films, games, the board game, and I know that somebody's associated with it. I'm not sure if it was the maker of the board game or if it was somebody as part of the team for the board game, is on the actual, I guess, panel? Is that what you call people on a podcast? What are we?
I guess so.
Are we the panel? We're two dudes on like a kitchen table.
Yeah.
So is this the panel? Is it a wooden panel?
I guess it's the panel.
Yeah, I'm getting sidetracked. But First Aid Spray.
I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to find out some details.
Yeah, First Aid Spray. Even if you have a passing interest in Resident Evil, you should check it out, because the people on it make it very, very engaging, very interesting. And I find myself keeping more and more up to date with the world of Resident Evil through them, even though I didn't know that was something that I was so invested in. And Sai is one of those people who has had so many different creative projects that are so incredibly different, that I feel like he's the kind of person that we might talk about in future, because that's the kind of blueprint for the kind of person, just a creative person that's like, I'm going to do everything. I like people like that. They're my kind of people.
I'm just looking at that First Aid Spray podcast has like a really big audience.
Yeah.
So
not that we're getting audience envy. They got that. Oh yeah, we should
get those numbers.
Yeah, we should shout them out more. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, PC for PC, podcast for podcast.
Fuck.
Yeah, check out First Aid Spray. I think we're at our limit. I'm sorry about the way that this started, but I feel like we got into our stride.
It's been a good day.
It has.
Yeah, it's been a good day, and I got nothing. Sorry, I was really hoping you were going to take that.
Yeah, no, it's been really nice. Yeah. I feel like if we just keep going for that same joke, then by the end of it, it'll be like, that's really funny. And they'll be like, oh, that's what the title was about. Isn't that great? We're done for this week. Thank you so much for listening. I've been Mikey.
And today I've been John.
We've been Animus. Me and you. Animus.
Hey.
I know. See you next week. Thanks. Bye.